You guys, welcome back to another video. As you saw by the title, y'all already know what this is gonna be about, so we're just gonna jump into it. Y'all know I like to be very thorough with my story time, so I'm gonna start from the very beginning, how I met this guy and all that. Okay, so I moved to Kansas. Y'all know I live in Missouri now, but I moved to Kansas middle of 11th grade year. So when I came down here, I started at a new school, and this was one of like the first couple people that I met when I moved down here. So I had like, I think like maybe 2 or 3 classes with this guy. So basically he used to flirt with me all the time, just kind of like jokingly. I never thought that he liked me. I felt like he would just flirt, like, you know. So I always thought that he was cute and that he dressed nice, but I wasn't interested in him. I just thought that he was funny and like he was cool. So we used to talk in the classes that we did have, but like that's like all it was. And then after school, like after we graduated and everything, we didn't keep in touch or none of that. So he had followed me on Instagram, like I want to say the year after we graduated. So I graduated in 2013, so I think he found me like 2014. From there we just used to like each other's pictures. It really wasn't nothing. I'm like, oh, he's still dressed nice, blah blah blah. I seen that he had a Snapchat, so I added him on Snapchat. This was 2016. I added him on Snapchat, and so at this point I'm following him for like a year. I had a boyfriend, this guy that I started talking to in 2015, and we didn't start dating until 2017. So me and him ended up breaking up around Valentine's Day to be exact. After that happened, I was just kind of like just out here being me, talking to people. So me and the guy that I went to school with started talking on Snapchat, and he was just kind of like, you know, I can't never remember what I'm saying, so we might as well just exchange numbers. So, because you know how when you write somebody, the snaps erase, you can't just go through and read what y'all talking about unless y'all save it. So I gave him my number and I was like, text me, and so he did. So we used to just talk like every day. He would text me good morning, or he would be like, you know, wake up or whatever. So I literally would be talking to him every day. And then this one particular day, I was at school. I was in cosmetology school at this time. I had started in 2016, so 2017 I was getting ready to finish. He had hit me up one day and he was like, my bad, I haven't been responding, you know, my screen is messed up, I can't see nothing on this phone. And he was like, I had to use somebody else's phone to text you back. And I was like, I was kind of feeling like, you know what, it was that important for him to text me back. He used somebody else's phone. I was like, okay. So he was like, I need my screen fixed. And I was like, dang, that's messed up. Like, he was just telling me what happened to his phone or whatever. And I was like, that's messed up. And then he was like, I'm trying to get it fixed. And I was like, how much is it? And he was like, I think he said it was $30. And I was like, oh, that's not nothing. He was like, you should get it fixed for me. Laugh out loud. Like, he put the little crying laughing faces. And so I was like, what? Because I didn't think he was serious. He was like, yeah, you should get it fixed for me. I was like, where you at right now? And he was like, where he was at, he said he was close to my school. So I was like, okay, come up here. And I didn't even think about it. I was like, I can't leave the school and I don't have no cash on me, so I'm gonna have to get this man my card, or he gonna have to wait until later. And so I was like, if I give you my card, is you gonna bring it back? Because at this time, y'all, I had bank on my debit card. Okay, I had that bank because I'm the type of person that like to save their money. I don't like to spend like that. So I had bank. Okay, and so I was like, I don't want him to run off with my card and cash me out. So He was like, yeah. I was like, you know, it's an ATM right down the street. Go there real quick and bring my card back. So when he came back from going to the ATM, I was like, why you take so much out? And he was like, because, you know, they give you 20, so I couldn't get 30 out. And he was like, I just took 60 out. And I was like, okay. So I gave him the 40, didn't have change. I could have got change. Now that I'm thinking about it, I could have got change at the front desk, because we had a front desk for people to pay before they come back to get their hair done. So I gave him the 40, and I was like, that should be cool. So we were just standing up there talking for a little bit, and nobody has really seen me. Like, when I'm dating somebody or when I'm talking to somebody, I keep it really low key. So when he came up there, everybody was just kind of like googly eye, like wanted to see what he looked like and wanted to just come up there and be nosy. So everybody wanted me to introduce them to him, and so I did. And so it made it look like we were dating or whatever. I think I had left my phone on the station. I was like, I'll be right back, I'm gonna go get my phone. So I went to do that, and then when I came back up there, he was like, you know, I'm gonna get ready to go. And I was like, alright, just text me whenever you get your screen fixed. And so he ended up leaving. When he leaves, my teacher tells me that he was up there talking about how he wanted to be with me. And I was like, we just friends. I was just thinking, like, I had just got out of a relationship, so I'm not moving that fast. We just been talking. At this point, we had been talking for like maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm like, it's not that serious to be, you know, this is new. So after that happens, I continue to talk to him like every day. My grandma was moving at the time, so I would be at her house like every freaking day, helping her pack and stuff like that. So I had asked him one day, like, do you want to come over and like help us move? Because he used to be like, if you ever need anything, let me know. Like, he was just that type of person. So I was like, you want to come help my grandma move? Because she needed people like men to move the big stuff. And so he was like, yeah, I help out. And I'm like, that was easy. But I remember it had ended up pouring down, raining, like damn near storming. And I was like, you know what? You ain't got to help no more, because the roads was like horrible. So I was like, you can help a different day. I feel like it was just a lot of stuff going on the whole time that I was talking to him. It would literally be like one thing after the other, like personal stuff, family stuff. And so I would talk to him about that stuff. And it kind of got to a point where when I needed to talk, like, he would be like number one. I would just go to him to talk about it. And so we had got really cool. And so he ended up starting to come over my house. Like, I remember one day, the first time he came over, I was getting ready to go out with my best friend and her sister. And he was like, can I come over? And I was like, but I'm getting ready to leave. And he was like, I know, I'm gonna just come chill until you get ready to go. And I was like, okay. So I let him come over. While he's here, I think he started playing the game, because y'all know I'm a big gamer. I'm an Xbox girl. So he was sitting here playing the game, waiting for me to get ready. And I was like listening to music and stuff. And we basically was just talking more, like getting to know each other more. And this started becoming like a regular thing, him coming over to the house and just chilling for a little bit. So the next time he came over, we were like moving some stuff around the house. My old TV, I wanted to give it to my nephews. So he had helped me like basically move the stuff that I needed to move in order to get the TV out. And he took the TV and the TV stand out to my mom's truck, and my mom dropped it off for them. And I was just like, you know what? He is real helpful. Like, I was just kind of feeling like maybe this could work, you know? I still didn't want to move that fast, because I was kind of just like, you know, I literally just got out of a relationship in February, and it was now going on April. So I remember I had hit him up one day and I was like, you know, we need to talk, because at this point my ex was like still calling me. We was still communicating on a regular as if we were going to get back together. And I was like, you know what, I can't move forward in any type of situation and have him waiting. So I had told him, like, I'm still talking to my ex, and I just want you to know, because if he call while you at my house or while I'm around you, you just need to know, okay? I had to tell him, because I'm like, I still got feelings for this guy, so I'm gonna answer the phone. So he was like, you know what, I'm just chilling right now. What y'all got going on, you know what, that's y'all, and I'm not gonna try to, like, you know, come in between that. And I was like, this went better than I thought it would, because, you know, normally when you tell a dude that you already talked to somebody or you're not over your ex or whatever, they be mad tripping, like, why are you trying to talk to me and then you still got something going on? So, like I said, he was still coming over, still staying the night. We never did anything. He would just come over, we would cuddle, and that was it. Like, as me and him are talking, this is going into like the 2-month mark, and already there were like red flags, because there were like things just popping up left and right. Like, he lost his job, he had went to jail before, he lost another job, he went to jail again. And I'm just like, I ain't never been with nobody or been talking to nobody that just always got shit going on. Like, I be having stuff going on, like family stuff, but he just has so much going on, and he will always need something. Like, remember I told y'all I got his phone fixed, and then he would be like the day he came over, I forgot to say, the day he came over to wait until I got ready to go out with my friends, he was complaining about like not having money for food or whatever. So I was like, here goes some money, go get you something to eat, because I'm just that type of person. I told him up front, I'm the type of person that I'm always going to be there for you, like no matter if we're friends or we're in a relationship or we're not cool no more. If you need me, I'm there. I didn't mean financially, I meant like just I'm that type of person that you can talk to and, you know, tell your life business to, and it won't go nowhere. So, like I said, that same day, he was complaining about being hungry or whatever. So I gave him some money and I was like, here you go. You can take that and go get you something to eat. I think I gave him like $10 or $15. It was something light. I remember he had a funeral to go to. He was like, you know, can I come over and get some gas money? Like, that day, I didn't want to say anything, but I felt like it was just the third time, bro. I felt like it was becoming a repetitive thing. So he had this truck at the time, and let me add this in there. He had said his car got stolen right before this happened. He said his car had got stolen where he was at. They had cameras, but they didn't know who took it. They couldn't see who took it or whatever. So anyway, he said that the person had left his car on the side of the road, so he wasn't going to get it. He was like, I don't know what they could have did to it, so I'm not going to go get it. I was like, okay. So anyway, he had got this truck, and so this truck, he needed fucking $80 in gas money to fill that bitch up. So just anytime he needed gas, I'm pushing out $80 every fucking time. So I gave him gas at least 2 or 3 times, $80 a pop, okay? Like I said, speeding forward, the night before this happened, I had told him that I was going to cook and I wanted him to come over, because this is like 2 months, 2.5 months in. We getting close, you know? He always over here. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to cook. I want you to come over. And so I had planned on making this shabam dinner, like just popping. I was gonna go all out, but then like when I was talking to him that day, he talking about he was playing 2K with his cousin or whatever, and he would be over a little bit later. And so I was like, cool, that'll give me enough time to shop, get the food and stuff, and then cook and have stuff like almost done before you get here. So he was like as time was going by, he was just pushing it back more and more. Like, I gotta do this. I'm still playing the game. It's gonna take me like 30 minutes to get there wherever he was at. It was gonna take him 30 minutes to get to my house, because I literally live far out. So I was like, okay, cool. I switched to dinner. I said I'm making rotel because I'm not about to go all out and you're not getting here. It's like 11 o'clock at night. So I ended up making rotel. He finally comes over, eats and stuff like that. So I hadn't used my debit card since that night when I had went to Target and went to the ATM. I had went to the ATM because he said he needed a part for his car and it cost us $60. So I was like, okay, I'll go get it. I take it out because, you know, I had already let him use my card like 2 times. One time when he needed his screen fixed, right? And then the second time was when we went to the gas station. He got gas in his truck and I let him use my card at the pump. So I was like, I don't know why, but I just started feeling like, I'm not about to let him use my card again. So I went and took the money out, the $60, and I had it ready. He ended up staying the night that night. And when he woke up in the morning, we was just talking. I was getting ready for class because literally every time that he would stay the night, I had to get up early and go. So he would have to get up early and go. So he would come over at like 11. He'd have to leave around like 6 because I had to be out the house by 6:30, 6:45. So I was getting ready for class. And he was just sitting on the bed. We was talking, and he had made this comment like, I still remember your pen. And I was like, my pen? He was like, yeah, to your card. He was like, ain't it, I'm gonna say a fake number. He was like, ain't it like 3030? And I was like, no, it's 0303. Not thinking nothing of it. He was like, oh, ha ha ha. And I didn't think nothing of it. I kid y'all not, because this same day I was giving him the money to get the part for his car. So I had gave him the $60 before he left the house, and then I left. When I got to school, I got a notification saying that $200 was taken out of my account. And I'm just thinking like, I ain't took no other money out besides the $60 last night. Because at the time I was sitting by the shampoo bowls, talk to all my friends. Like that was like the little meetup spot because we couldn't have our phones on the floor. Meaning the floor as in the salon chairs where all the customers were. So we would sit by the shampoo bowls and talk. So I was over there when I got the notification. I'm like, let me go see if my card is in my purse. I go over and see if my card is in my purse. My card is not in my purse. So already I got irritated. I'm like, where is my card? And I thought about it. I'm like, I haven't seen my card since last night when I went to Target and the ATM. So I'm like, where is my card? And I'm just sitting here thinking about it. I'm getting upset. So I go back over to my friends and I'm just like irritated. Before I called the bank, my ex had called me. And I had to lie, y'all. I had to lie. He probably gonna watch this video like, you just be lying. I had to lie. I was like, I can't find my card. That's all I told him. I can't find my card. And at this time, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I lost my card or something. I'm not the type of person that lose important stuff. So I've never lost my card. I've only lost my keys one time. So I'm just like, I'm that person that keeps up with everything. I don't lose my phone. Like, I keep up with everything. So my card, I'm like, I know for a fact I didn't just lose my card. Like, as time go by, I'm just thinking, like, I know I didn't lose my card. But when I was on the phone with him, I'm just kind of like, you know, I must have misplaced it or whatever. So he like, I don't know about that. You probably gave it to somebody. And I was like, why would I give my card to somebody? Like, he irritated me. So I got off the phone with him. I'm like, I don't just be giving my card out. I ended up calling my bank because I'm like, yo, something ain't right. Because I know I didn't take $200 out. So I call my bank and I'm like, there's a transaction made for $200 and I'm trying to figure out what type of transaction it is. I'm like, was it at a store? Was it at, you know, ATM? What? They were like, it's an ATM. And I'm like, but I haven't been to the ATM since last night when I took $60 off. And I haven't used my card since I went to Target last night. And they were like, you can go on there and dispute it. And so I went on the website and I disputed the transaction. And basically I was just waiting around for them to contact me back and get to the bottom of it. So at this time, my skin is just boiling. I'm like, who could have took my card? Like I'm telling y'all, I didn't think he took it, and I didn't even think anything about him taking it, because at this point I didn't help him so many times. Like I told y'all, the things that just kept coming up, and I didn't help him so many times. I didn't think that he would have took it. So I'm just sitting there like mad, and my friend, one of my good friends, the girl I talk to every freaking day at school, she come over, she's like, what's wrong with you? So I take her over to our desk, and I'm like, well, to our stations, and I'm like, girl, $200 just got taken out of my bank account, and I don't know how. She said, what? Girl, who you been letting use your card? I said, here we go. So I'm like, girl, I don't be letting nobody use my card. Lying again. I'm like, I don't let nobody use my card. I don't know how it could have been taken out. Like, I don't know. I'm like, I really don't know. I haven't used my card since last night. She said, and you got the card on you? I said, no, I can't find it. She said, girl, either you dropped that card or somebody took that card. I said, I'm thinking that I dropped it after I came out of Target, because literally Target was the last place that I went to. So I'm like, maybe I dropped it. So I'm looking through everything. I pull everything out my purse. I look in my jacket. I look in my pants. Like, I'm pulling out everything, and I'm like, I cannot find this card. I go over to the main campus when I get out of class. I'm over at the main campus with my best friend because she works in the art gallery. So this day I go sit with her, and I'm like, girl, I cannot find my card. And I tell her what happened. She asked me the same stuff that my friend asked me. I'm like, look, I'm just gonna ask him, did he take it? So I text him and I asked him, did he take my card? He said, no. Why would I take your card if you've been helping me out? I said, I don't know, but I have to ask because I haven't seen this since last night, and I remember this morning you said something about my pin to my fucking card. So he was like, okay, but that don't mean I took it. I said, okay, but that's enough suspicion for me to ask you, did you take it, you know? So he was just like, no, I would never do nothing like that. And I thought about it. I'm like, yo, I have helped you 1,000,001 times. I would think that you wouldn't steal from me. So I'm just getting irritated at this point because I had talked to him. He said he didn't take it. And then my ex calls me again, and we talking about the same situation. And he's like, I think you gave somebody your card. So I had to get off the phone with him because I was getting irritated. Like, it's like he already knew what was going on, but he not even here to see it. So it just like really pissed me off. So I got off the phone with him. Still can't find my card after I leave my best friend. I get to my grandma's house. I'm sitting on the phone with the boy, and he like, do you want me to help you find it? He like, I really didn't take it. I promise you I didn't take it. I'm sitting there like, definitely, please help me find it, because I really need to find my card if you didn't take it, okay? So I'm looking for my card when I got home. He did not come help me find my card. I'm looking for it when I got home, and I still can't find it. I'm looking online to see if they posted what ATM it was taken out at and at what time. Still ain't on there. I wake up the next day, and the information is on my account saying what ATM and what time. It was the ATM down the street from my fucking house, and the time said like, I think it was like either 8 or 9 o'clock. I'm just thinking to myself like, that's not right after he left my house to go to an ATM by my house. But on my banking thing, the time is always wrong. Mind you, this money was taken out the day before, and it didn't clear until 2 days later. So, well, the information didn't pop up until 2 days later. So I'm thinking like, maybe the time is off, because if he left my house at 6 something in the morning, he wouldn't be at the ATM at 9 o'clock in the morning all the way over here when he didn't live over here at all. So I'm like, maybe was taken the night before when I went shopping. Maybe I dropped my card that night and somebody else went to the ATM, because literally Target and that ATM is right down the street from each other. So I'm like, maybe whoever took my card took the money out and it didn't clear until 9 a.m. But I was just really hoping it wasn't him. And everybody around me is like, it's him. Why can't you see it's him? But he kept saying he didn't do it. So I'm like, maybe he didn't. So I go on to still continue to talk to this guy. How dumb, right? I still continue to talk to this guy. And there are no more signs that he could have did it, you know? I'm like, so I'm going to keep talking to him. So I keep talking to him. And then maybe like a month later, like I had a lot of stuff going on before this, but a month later, somehow his messages from his phone synced to my laptop, because I have an Apple laptop and he has an Apple phone. I went and looked on my phone to see if it was his number, and I'm like, it's his number. So all his messages started coming through, and I read everything, and he was talking to 1,000,001 females every day, saying the same stuff he was saying to me. Good morning, good night, talking to me throughout the day, just like he talking to them throughout the day. So I was just like, okay, we wasn't together, we wasn't in a relationship, and I couldn't really like come at him like he was my boyfriend, but I still was gonna say something to him, because I'm like, you're not about to be telling me we're working on a relationship or you want to be with me and you talking to all these females. Because I had asked him before we even started talking and like hanging out like that, like him coming over and staying the night and stuff, did he have a girlfriend, or was he talking to anybody else? And he would be like, no. Like, no. So no, you ain't got a girlfriend, but you talking to 1,000,001 females, and that is the equivalent of having a girlfriend. Like, it's not okay with me. So I could see if he was talking to one other person, or, you know, like something like that. If you would just talk to somebody else, or had an ex that you was not over with yet, since I had my ex still lingering around. But for you to be talking to all these females, that wasn't okay with me. It wasn't, especially since at this time I stopped talking to my ex as much as I was before. Like, it would be like once a day or something like that. I know it don't make it right, but I was still pissed off. So I called him while he was at work, and he was just like, why you mad? He was like, I'm not in a relationship with none of them. They just somebody to talk to. And I was like, but you already talking to somebody, so that's not okay with me. And he was like laughing and stuff, and it pissed me off. I'm like, it's not okay. Like, it's not okay. So I had decided to just be done with him. I was like, at this point, it hit me like, maybe he took my card. Like, that's how pissed off I was. I said, maybe he took my card. So y'all, I don't know. I feel like I know he took it, but I feel like I don't know, just because I helped him so much over the span of time that we was talking. So I'm like, maybe he didn't do it, but y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think he took it because he wanted more money? Because I was thinking, like, if you needed $200 and it was that serious, I probably would have gave it to you, being that I didn't helped you this much already. Like, you already like $500 in the hole as much as I helped you. So what is $200? Like, so let me know what y'all think. Do y'all think he took it? Do y'all think I'm just tripping? Like, given everything that I just told you, what do y'all think? Y'all let me know down below. This situation just, I'ma go, y'all, because I'm getting irritated again. So I'ma go. But thank y'all for tuning into another video. I hope y'all enjoyed that story time. Let me know what y'all think, and I will see y'all in another video. Bye, Slay Dolls.
You remember the time when we fell in love? Cause I remember the night when you had enough of my creeping.